General Hasnain, this question, the threat that the young Indian Muslims could potentially be indoctrinated by these kind of classes, just those who sign up for such programs. How do you think the security establishment and the Muslim community itself should be responding to try and ward off this kind of threat, General Hasnain?
Rahul, firstly, compliments to your channel. But I may at the same time admit that I have been speaking about this for the last 10 years. And not too many people have been taking cognizance of that. You have got Jitan Jain sitting with you there, the man who knows the technical aspects expertly. He will tell you everything about it. You are aware of Shami Witness, the man who 8 months in Bangalore who ran the Islamic State's account in India. And we could not catch him at that particular time. Proxy settings for this kind of technology are all there. It can be done. But having said that, I leave it to Jitan Jain to answer that question. As to your specific question, this has not started yesterday or even the day before yesterday. It has gone back 45, 50 years. From 1977, the Zia doctrine, which no one talks about ever, that you cannot defeat India on the conventional battlefield. You have to get into India, into its youth, into its caste system, into its religious system, into its fault lines. And that's the only way Pakistan will keep us engaged in a war of 1,000 cuts. It started then. The technologies were not there at that time. Today, the technologies are enabling it completely. All the radical content is being produced and is being made as if it's coming from within India. And people are being identified. There are 200 million Muslims to be identified here. There are political conditions. India is in a bit of a juggle at the moment as far as its faith-based issues are concerned. Okay, that's our internal problem. We'll resolve it. But obviously, Pakistan finds the right opportunities for this. This is the manner in which a hybridity, the hybrid war which we talk about, this is the essential element of hybrid war. The aspect of ideology, how to keep radicalism, how to keep it going, how to ensure that India does not de-radicalize, does not counter-radicalize. The core center of this was Kashmir, where the entire experiment was tried out, and very, very successfully. As DGP Vaid will tell you how successfully this was done and how incompetent we were in the beginning to understand what was happening right under our nose. Because we didn't understand these aspects. We were looking at conventional battles. We were looking at Pakistan as a conventional adversary. It's not. It's a hybrid adversary. And it's getting into it deeper and deeper. It understands, it knows that peace in Kashmir or peace on the line of control is something different, but it can get deep into India to ensure that India's fault lines are always kept alive. And that is the intent of all this which is happening here.
Jitin Jain, from a technical perspective, I'm kind of trying to wrap my head around what could India's investigative agencies possibly do. This is a class on Skype. It could also potentially be, say, on a tool like Zoom. You've got participants who are willing, they've signed up for it. You're sending them literature. Unless somebody does what Hezbollah does, which is to penetrate and then expose, how are investigative agencies supposed to deal with a challenge of this nature, Jitin?
Rahul, you have to realize that Pakistan in last 8 years have invested heavily in technological capacities to carry out both for espionage operations as well as information warfare operations. Now, if you were to rate...
No, but what is their technology in this? They're using a Zoom call or a Skype call.
Yeah. No. I'll tell you what. So, if you were to rate best intelligence agencies across the world, probably one of the best agencies with a great track record of creating world-class terror goes to ISI. And likewise, if you were to raise the best information warfare agency today in the world, it will not be CIA or Russia or so-called Western agencies. It will be no doubt ISPR, without a doubt. Now, they have got more than 4,500 professionals working round the clock with three major objectives. A, to create an image of India that this country is no more secular and there is religious persecution going on of Christians, Muslims and Sikhs, and as well as create a rift between the Hindu society's caste as well. Now then run a second world-class campaign for almost 3-4 years now, where they are saying a single hashtag Indian Muslim in danger has been trending on Twitter for almost last 3-4 years. Idea is to create an image of India in the Arabic and Muslim world, especially in the Middle East, that this country is a place where Muslims are persecuted every day. Now, the problem with Pakistan is that the way their economic situation is worsening, more and more, people are getting jobless. They are turning into this troll army of 10 rupees per day tweet of ISPR, and they are putting fake news, hate content every day in India to an extent that today half of our polity, half of our opposition, half of our society actually believes in their fake news. Half our society actually believes that nothing happens surgical strikes. Half of our politicians do not believe that something happened in during the airstrikes, and our media has started questioning our own society. Take the example of the Harpreet Singh who was trolled after the this thing, or you take the example of Delhi riots where we believe that the whole hate content originated from India. I think Pakistan has figured out that they cannot compete, as General Atta Hassan was rightly saying. They have realized they cannot compete with India in the
So
traditional
what should
warfare.
investigative agencies do to try
So,
and stop this?
so you use technology to bleed India by 1,000 rounds every day. And third, you see the effect of Zoom may look, nothing very important at the first onset, but you look, ISS was able to use Zoom and Skype for the terror recruitment across the globe in 80 countries. And in a country where the second largest home of Muslim populations in the world, and with the literacy rate among the Muslim very less, it is very easy for Pakistan to use religious extremists garbing as educationists, or portraying themselves as some sort of religious teachers, and then radicalize people slowly. And what is the fundamental objective out of it? That ISI may send 200 terrorists, India might kill 100, but the job of ISPR is to radicalize and produce 800 new terrorists every year by radicalizing them online.